The plan was to head north with my buddy John, find a few forgotten airstrips that were on a map, and maybe come home with some pretty drone shots.
Barrel Tower, Hawkline 819 for Alpha, hold short 2-3, ready to go Chester Creek.
The 819 for Alpha, Merrill Tower, no delay, altitude cross waters approved, runway 23, cleared for takeoff.
But if I have learned anything from flying in Alaska, the plan doesn't really actually matter. And that's part of the thrill. You don't fly into the places like we were going for today for predictability. You fly into them for the unknown. Hey, I'm Brett. Flying isn't just about where you're going, it's about where you can go. From rugged backcountry strips to the edges of the map, I'm chasing adventure, one landing at a time. So buckle up and come along. We are cleared to adventure.
Cessna 904 Alpha, radar services are terminated. You are cleared to adventure.
Man, it is gorgeous out here. So, my buddy John reached out to me and told me that he wanted to go fly the 170s today. And so, I don't exactly know what the game plan is, but I know that when you've got a flight of two 170s that are pretty well modified, the world is kind of your oyster. We're going to go find something to go get ourselves into and go have some fun because it is a gorgeous day. So it's always fun when you try to find this place.
Alpha, 2 mile final for...
You just look for giant airliners out in the middle of nowhere.
Departing runway 25, Big Lake.
That's pretty much how you know you're there. Let's just do an orbit overhead, and I'm just going to plan to land low and long.
Downwind, 31.
Along the DC-6 runway.
Baby, don't you leave me alone. Baby, won't you come home now? 'Cause I'm your guy. And you're my apple pie.
If you don't know John, he runs fly8mikealpha.com and has somehow turned a fleet of airliners into one of the most unique aviation lodges in the country. I've actually done an entire video on his place out in Big Lake. I'll put a link in the description below. But trust me, it's absolutely wild.
Today we're cleared to adventure.
We're
going to go cruise up the Chicxulub River and see what's going on up there.
I love it.
And then lunch at Talkeetna.
Lunch at Talkeetna. You had me at lunch at Talkeetna.
I'm not doing this to try to make a name. I just like the way it feels on it, the way it looks on me.
9 for Alpha flight, taking the active 22 at Delta.
Copy, 01, Sierra, train cross winds for 22.
We launched from his base camp and we ran up the Chicxulub River, chasing topo lines and a handful of airstrips that we weren't entirely sure still existed. But today wasn't about getting somewhere. It was about getting away from everything. And it was the perfect day to do it. Two similar performing airplanes, one shared mission, which was to go find something new, and I gotta do it with one of my good friends.
So John and I today are going to go up and explore in the Talkeetnas. And the last flight that I did with John, we actually went down clamming. So this time we're going to go do some mountain flying. Like I said, I've got the 170 up here for a little bit longer, and I like going out and playing with other people that have 170s. And well, John has 180 horsepower 170.
Overhead,
so what a perfect day to go explore.
Throwing hundreds in the holy water. Just a backseat driver flying on the cover. Different faces, but they're always the same. Say they'll make you a star if you'll just sign your name. But that man doesn't know that we are bulletproof. Keep one foot on the sky and a foot on the roof.
what I love about this kind of flying is how much it still challenges me. You might think that I grew up doing this kind of flying, but I didn't. I come from the IFR, fast-moving, go-somewhere kind of flying. If you watched my last video, you know that. And I still love that. We still have our Beechcraft Bonanza, and you'll be seeing more of that aircraft here probably pretty soon. After a couple of misses, we finally spotted a promising one. It was long enough, it was right next to the river, but it was tight.
Dude, this one's almost paved.
Oh, the next one?
Yeah, you can see it from back there.
Wow, that is a really nice big one. Yeah, let's do that. Let's pop in there real quick.
All right, I'll follow you. You going downriver or up?
I think I'm going to land upriver.
Sounds good. I'll come down here a bit and I'll set up and follow you in.
John went in first to do a tire drag, partly to feel out the surface and partly to do some quick mental math. Now, let me help you with this. One of the ways to determine where you're landing, especially the distance, is by flying a known speed over that surface. And if you time it, you now have a way to calculate a rough estimate of the distance. If you know the numbers of your aircraft and you build in a buffer, it's a really good way to turn a, I don't know, maybe, into a, yeah, that'll work. And in this case, the numbers worked. The surface looked good, John landed, and of course I followed. And that is when we had our first real problem. Out here, even a minor issue can turn into a full-blown trip ender. John's plane had a mechanical issue, and while it wasn't catastrophic, it wasn't nothing either. Well, it's always an adventure here in Alaska. First of all, let's just start with this. I had to turn my fuel off because, which is a reminder, my fuel is off. But if you look, I've like tilted sideways. But hang on, so I have to do this. John, what'd we break?
I didn't break anything.
Okay. Okay, here.
What am I going to fix?
Come here. Let me show you something. Let me show you. First of all, if you haven't seen, John has this really cool Dynon panel, which mine is going to look like this here soon. I don't know if it's going to be exact, but it's close. But I'll tell you what mine won't sound like.
It doesn't. It's not doing it now. It's not doing anything.
Uh-oh. Oh, hold up.
Did it actually power up this time?
It activated.
Yeah, and it closed. Turn on the avionics and see if you got voltage.
Yeah.
It's closing.
Yeah.
Cool. So see, now I can. Oh no, yeah. As you put a load on it.
Oh yeah. We've got volts.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that on. I'm definitely not turning it off now. So, what do you think? Avionics master relay?
It's just the main battery relay.
Main battery.
Yeah, your master. It's
Why am I driving your drone?
because yours is down to battery probably. So it's there's intermittent or like short duty relays, and then there's long duty or constant state relays that stay on. Clearly, it's sick of staying on because it just wants to turn on. I literally thought there was a dirt bike behind me when I shut down, and I'm like, man, the engine's off. Why does it sound like somebody's riding a dirt bike out here? Oh, that's me.
Well,
that's a relay.
One of two things is going to happen. One, either John's is not going to shut his airplane down for the rest of this trip, or we're going to go back.
Hand prop.
I would love to see you hand prop a constant speed Hartzell Trailblazer.
No,
not a
wish this was
Trailblazer. Yeah.
Hey, Hartzell, if you're watching, send me a Trailblazer.
Hartzell, if you're watching, send me a Trailblazer.
Send two.
Yeah,
we'll ship them to the same address. Man.
Yeah, we'll sort out the details. But anyway, so we landed at the strip. Here, let me go throw the drone in the air while John figures out if he can start his airplane, and the saga will continue. We did a little diagnosing, a little wrenching, and a little bush fixing. And it sure did help that John is an airframe and power plant mechanic, which made a big difference. Before long, we were airborne again, and we were continuing on that journey. But this was a reminder. When you're this far out, you're on your own. You're fixing it, or you're calling a helicopter to come get you.
Cool. Just let me know when you want me to hit it with power, and that way you can fly over as I'm going.
Go for it.
Rolling.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
And now we start the climb.
Yep. Yellow Jacket is what I really want to try to hit while we're up here.
And that one, so we go over the wall, and then it's down to our right.
It's gonna be a little to the left. Yeah, so we're just gonna stay on this like 300 heading, and then yeah, that'll work for us, and it'll be a slight left turn in a little bit.
All right.
Should we hit that sled strip?
Up to you.
I guess since we're back here, it's right before Yellow Jacket anyways.
I mean, it works for me.
We kept climbing the river and eventually broke into a different world. What had started as trees and brush became open tundra. Less to hit, but more to manage. Higher elevation, thinner air, and rocks. Literally rocks everywhere. Big ones. Up there, performance drops, and decisions get more critical.
All right, let's go over to sled. We're gonna have a pretty stiff crosswind.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Oh, there's some freaking planes there already.
Wait, are there?
Yeah, I see 2 airplanes down there on the ground.
We passed one of the better-known strips already occupied by a couple of Super Cubs, and then pushed deeper into the canyon. Now that strip where those Cubs were, that's where Trent Palmer and crew ended up during their Talkeetna trip. It's long, it has a few rusty snow machines off to the side, and it's a pretty good option. But John had spotted another one. It was lesser known, it was tighter, and it was higher.
That's not bad.
Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna try to roll that.
Okay, I'll loiter up here.
Perfect. It looks like I'll make my first pass downriver.
I think that might be your best direction. I don't know, man, that looks pretty bumpy.
It could be. I'll try to drag some tires on it.
He made a couple of passes and then committed.
How'd it feel?
That actually is doable. I think I'm gonna come in and full stop it. There is some rocks at the end. I'm definitely gonna try to land and then get out of your way, because you'll want to use most of it.
I followed and made what might actually be my worst recorded landing on camera in a really long time. There was a really big dip right at the threshold, and I was trying to use every inch of available surface, and I just plain misjudged it. Spring steel gear doesn't exactly soften the blow, but I stayed on the ground and didn't bounce to the moon, so I'm gonna call this one a win. Out here, good enough sometimes counts as success. Or, as my wife would say, any landing that you could walk away from is a good landing, but any landing that you can reuse the airplane again is a great landing. So maybe it was a great landing after all. So John found us another strip, which, I mean, this is just on Tundra Pilot?
Yeah, this is cool.
I'm not giving away secrets here, so I mean, this is not a secret strip. It's very accessible. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it looks way smoother than it is. But the blue and white 170s are in a row, and I want to go see why my landing was so bad. So let's look at this. So I came in really slow on that one, but I had a nice little headwind, which was nice. But yeah, there's the bump right there. All right. So again, not my best landing. So I'm gonna throw the drone in the air so you guys can kind of see this. There's a little ground squirrel over here who's like, what the hell did you guys just do?
You're like, dude, did you see that landing? I'm gonna hide in this bush over here.
Look at this guy.
Are you gonna take off?
Yeah, he's scared of us, obviously. This was the kind of spot that you dream about finding. Completely isolated, unreal views. The kind of place that makes you feel small in the best possible way. It is time to get back into the plane and get to the next destination. And I think we're gonna go to Yellow Jacket next, which is... Wait a minute. This is not my airplane.
No, not the airplane.
That is not my airplane. I'm walking to my airplane. The other blue and white 170. So we're going to Yellow Jacket next?
Yellow Jacket.
All right, let's do it. Here we go. After trying and failing to befriend a very judgmental ground squirrel, we packed up and headed toward one final strip that John had been eyeing all day.
That was a really nice trip.
That really was. This has been a pretty productive little adventure so far.
I couldn't agree more with that statement. I actually really like flying with you in that because we have two very similarly equipped aircraft.
Yeah, it makes it easy.
It really does, because it's like, oh, okay, well, if you could go in, then I know I could go in. If I could go in, you know you could go in.
Totally.
And that is when it happened. We flew into the canyon. Now, I have flown all over Alaska, but I have never seen a canyon quite like this. And I try my best to show you what it really feels like to fly out here, to let you see what I see and feel what I'm feeling. But nothing that I film will ever do justice to this place. The valley floor was a soft glowing green, and higher up, it was like the mountains had been lit on fire. The rocks almost looked painted. Now that's the iron, and these mountains are full of it. Pyrite, magnetite, and minerals that oxidize over time. The result is a deep burnt orange stain that bleeds down the canyon walls like rust. But it's absolutely beautiful. Out here, it's nature's paintbrush.
Dude, tell me that's the strip that you're flying just past.
I know, I want to land it really bad.
Is that Yellow Jacket?
That is the Yellow Jacket strip.
Eventually, we reached the final strip and started doing passes. It was short, it was sloped, and it was littered with gear-breaking rocks. The only way to get out was to depart uphill into rising terrain. So I made the call. This one, it wasn't for me.
Those are some big rocks, buddy.
They are. It'd be nice if we were aired down a little bit. It's not helping being up here. We're at 5,000 feet right now, and so your tires are even harder.
Yep. I don't know about that. Let me know.
Now, I know some of you are probably already framing your argument, and I get it, because John eventually landed there in a plane almost identical to mine. But when I made that decision, that strip was empty, and there was no proof that it could actually be done. Could my plane have done it? Yeah, probably. But flying isn't just about the numbers. It's about listening to what your gut is telling you. And today, my gut said, yeah, probably should pass on this one. And so I listened.
That looked pretty short, man. How'd it go?
Good, went well. But yeah, you're right. I mean, getting out here is going to be, yeah.
Sweet sporty.
After a sporty departure by John, we had two options to get out. Follow the river back, or climb and then go over the top. And if you have watched any videos on this channel, you probably already know that I am not a fan of heights. But the high route would shave off nearly an hour. So, up we went. 7,000 feet over jagged peaks, emerald valleys, and back into the Matsu. Another day of flying in Alaska, another day where the plan didn't matter, but the journey did.
God, what a pretty place.
We're pretty lucky to live here, man.
It's always funny to me that more people don't live here, but I guess, good.
Exactly.
If this kind of flying gets you excited, just remember, aviation is open to anyone. And if you're looking for a place to start, go check out fly8mikealpha.com. John is a phenomenal instructor, and it's a great place to figure out if flying is really right for you and if it's something that you want to pursue. But I'll tell you right now, I'm glad that I did. Just remember, you're never too old, and it's never too late. Come join us in the sky. Thanks for joining in on yet another video. I'll see you soon with another one. Thanks for watching.
You can make plans, but they'll change on a dime. So pour me one more glass of dandelion wine. Preachers and dreamers, they both believe in the patterns and powers that we can't quite see. You can spend your life guessing or look for the signs. Sit back and sip on that dandelion wine. You can make plans, but they'll change most times. So pour me one more glass of dandelion wine. Pour me one more glass of dandelion wine.
Cessna 904 Alpha, radar services are terminated. You are cleared to adventure.